read to me the nameplate?
Judge Eboni K. Williams.
So the only thing that matters in this particular courtroom is how I see it. I am from North Carolina by way of Louisiana with some West Coast cool and a New York edge. Do we have a problem, ma'am?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Equal justice is all about the most important values of our country: freedom, integrity, and those are the things that I'm striving for. Ma'am, you run your household, this man gets to run his. I decided to become an attorney and pursue the law. I wanted to be a voice for the voiceless. This court cannot hold this woman accountable. People from all sectors of life, black, white, purple, gay, straight, queer, and that's what equal justice with Judge Eboni K. Williams is all about.
Helen Green claims her concrete walkway had to be redone because her neighbor drew pictures on it while it was wet. June Friedman says Miss Green constantly harassed her, and she did not doodle on the cement.
See, I've got Helen Green here as my plaintiff and June Friedman as my defendant. See, there's a witness here with Miss Friedman, Sylvia Friedman.
Yes.
Relation here?
Her mother.
Mother-daughter. Okay, great. Ms. Green, you are suing Ms. Friedman for $1,437. You say property of yours was damaged. What brings you to court today?
Yes, Your Honor. I had some work done on my house. Front yard had to have a water main replaced, and so the contractor had to pull out my walkway, and that had to be replaced once all the work was done. And so he had just poured a whole new walkway of concrete, and while that cement was wet, the neighbor came by and drew a childish picture in it, and I asked for them to be mature about it and just pay me back for the damage, and they wouldn't do it. So I'm here to help justice be served and have my neighbor, learn this lesson.
Do you have some photos or something I can
Your
see?
Honor.
Okay, give the whole folder, please. You give the whole folder to Elijah. Thank you, ma'am.
There's,
Okay. Excellent. Thank you, sir. Okay, let's take a look-see. This is the image that was drawn, I guess, into the wet concrete. Very childlike.
yes.
Kind of giving sunshines and rainbows. Okay. And so this is now what you see every day.
Yes, not something I want in perpetuity, for sure. I mean,
I
if it
bet
were a
so.
chalk drawing and it washed away, sure, okay.
Well, of course, that's very temporary. This is the opposite of temporary. This would be permanent. So what is, by the way, your plan going to be, Ms. Green? Are you planning to get this report over and pay for that?
I've already done it.
You've already done that,
I'm
and
suing
that's what the
for the cost of
reimbursement
it.
is. Got it.
I mean, that's the contractor said the whole thing had to be replaced, so this is what the bill is for.
So this was a new concrete, new labor, new supplies, to the tune of $1,437. And you have already paid this.
Yes.
So you've remedied the situation, and now you're looking for reimbursement from who you say is responsible.
Correct.
Okay, so Ms. Freeman, why would your neighbor here think that you were responsible for this drawing in her sidewalk?
My neighbor has had some sort of vendetta against me and my family ever since I was a small child. We moved into the neighborhood about 10 years ago, and she was never friendly or welcoming.
And you must have been a literal child at that point.
Yes.
Yeah, and you noticed it at that point, that she was not a friendly lady?
Yes. She used to call the police on my parents a lot as a child, and sometimes my parents would have fights.
Approach the table there, Ms. Friedman. Thank you. So you are the mother?
I'm the mother, yes.
Okay, and you were nodding yes that this plaintiff called the police on you and your husband?
At first, I did not know, but after, actually not too long ago, I was informed that Helen was the one that was been calling the police on us. My husband and I did fight a lot, and it got to the point, it wasn't physical, it was more the yelling fight. Yeah. But it did get to the point where it sometimes got loud.
Okay, so there was lots of conflict in the home between you and your husband. Is he still in the home?
No.
So
I did divorce him. We did get divorced, and it's been really good for my daughter June and me about him not being in our life anymore.
And how long has he been gone?
About a little over a year now.
Okay, so this is recent.
Recent, yes.
Okay, so now it's just the two of you in the home?
Just the two of us, yes.
Okay, and how old are you, ma'am?
I'm 18.
Okay, so you're still a very young adult. Okay, so you're saying that this has always been an issue with you and this woman. Mom, talking to Mom for a second.
Yes, it's always been an issue. Since we moved in 10 years ago, she has been nothing but the not nice looks, pretty much dirty looks towards us. We're not her type of suburban type of home style. When we moved to that neighborhood, we didn't think we're moving to a neighborhood that would be claimed as an HOA type of feeling.
Oh.
And the sidewalk she's claiming my daughter vandalized, which it wasn't not my daughter. It's a public sidewalk, so anybody can walk up and down the sidewalk.
So it's like an easement.
Yes.
Yes, okay. I guess I want to ask you why you think she doesn't think your family fits into the neighborhood.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
Well, what are quiet hours, ma'am? Are we in
Like
a
10
dormitory?
p.m.
I mean, what are we talking
I
about?
mean, look, I think 10 p.m. is pretty much standard quiet hours, and they're out
Are you,
at midnight.
ma'am, that's giving door mother.
And later,
I get a call from the defendant, and he's like, your son's broken his arm. Took my son to the hospital, come to find out that he actually broke his arm on a scooter.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with the dispute between Helen Green, who brought June Friedman to court for ruining her walkway.
It's because we don't dress like her, we don't act like her, we're not afraid of her.
I think I'm clear on that. You don't seem to be afraid of too much, ma'am. Go ahead.
No, we just basically, we moved in that neighborhood because we thought it was nice. We just wanted to get away. We're more private people. We keep to ourselves a lot.
Okay.
I know it was toxic with my ex-husband, no longer, but even after
But that's
that.
your business.
Yeah.
I mean, from where I'm sitting anyway, you know? Yeah, was it causing some nuisance to you, ma'am?
The daughter, June, has been a nuisance the whole time. She's been an absolute delinquent. I hear them in the street in front of my house constantly with loud cars, with the boyfriends, and even with her friends running around late at night, past quiet hours, making tons of noise.
Well, what are quiet hours, ma'am? Are we in
Like
a
10
dormitory?
p.m.
I mean, what are we talking
I
about?
mean, look, I think 10 p.m. is pretty much standard quiet hours, and they're out
Are you,
at
again,
midnight.
ma'am, that's giving door mother. I mean, these are grown people. This is America. I mean,
Well, it's fine if they keep to themselves. If that's what they're saying, then they wouldn't be out there making noise for the whole neighborhood to hear.
well, has anybody else in the neighborhood complained against y'all?
No, we've gotten along with quite a few
So
of the
it's
other
just
neighbors.
Miss Green.
It's not my daughter's friends that are causing the ruckus. It was actually her son's friends.
Oh,
that
you
were
have a
causing-
son?
That's not true. I have a son.
How old is your
He's
son?
2 years younger than her.
Okay, so
and
he's also a teenager.
He's 16, yes. And
Okay,
he's
and
very
do they-
quiet. He's very studious. He doesn't
I know,
have loud
he's
cars.
perfect. He's
Well,
perfect.
he doesn't have a car to be running around and being loud as well.
Yet.
But
Yet.
his friends do.
But I'm saying their cars make
Okay.
the noises.
Okay. Do y'all have any evidence for the court?
Yes.
Hey, I'm going to sleep over at Carrie's tonight. She'll drive me back in the morning. This is one of your friends, I take it?
Yes.
So is this you saying to the court that you weren't even home
Yes.
the evening in question? Mother, can you verify that?
Yes.
So you're saying that the night in question, the night where the sidewalk was vandalized with the sunshine, happy face, and the flowers, you're saying your daughter wasn't even home that night?
She was not home that night, no. Helen came to my house about 10:50 to 55 at night, banging on my door to let me know just a few minutes before she came over, my daughter vandalized her sidewalk, which is the public sidewalk for everybody to walk on. I said, there's no way possible. My daughter's at her friend's house and they're having a sleepover.
And what did you say to that?
I say that's fabrication. I didn't
So
even
you think
discover.
she was hiding the daughter out in her house, ma'am?
I didn't discover the whole sidewalk situation until the next morning. So I didn't go to her house that night. I did, however, hear her daughter on the sidewalk outside my house around 10 o'clock, 10:30 that night.
You're trying to say to the court that you believe she vandalized the sidewalk. We're not going to get into whose sidewalk it is for the sake of this case, because Mom is saying it's public, you're saying it's yours.
It's right in front of my house.
So you're saying it
Right
is
in front of my walkway.
Okay, so y'all agree this is public easement, but you're saying, ma'am, that it causes an eyesore for you because it's in front of your house.
Sure, and it's also a hazard. Someone's walking by and they could trip over the little scratches.
Okay,
in
no,
there.
we're going too far now. It's not a hazard. It's unbecoming. It's not a hazard. Mom is here as an alibi witness to say that what you're accusing her daughter of is impossible because her daughter was not at the scene of the incident. But you're trying to get the court to say, well, Your Honor, she could have done the thing, vandalized the sidewalk before she left the premises
Absolutely.
for the evening.
That's in her nature.
Have you done anything else since the age of 13 that would give this woman reason, and thus this court a reason to believe that you have a pattern of nuisance-like behavior?
No, she overreacts about everything. She has yelled at me multiple times for coming home at a very reasonable hour. I came home the other night at 9:40 and she started yelling while I was in my mother's driveway saying goodbye to my friends. She starts yelling, saying I'm keeping the whole neighborhood up. It was not even quiet hours.
Well, maybe it sounds like y'all need to call the police on her. I mean, seriously, because at some point that becomes harassment, ma'am.
Yeah.
It really does. So before I make my ruling, because you're asking me to ask Ms. Friedman here to pay you $1,437 that you came out of pocket to pay for to reestablish the public easement and make it pleasing to the eye, okay? I believe you paid the money. What I'm trying to determine is if she's responsible. Do you have a photo of her putting the smiley face in the driveway? Do you have a video of her painting the flowers in the driveway? Do you have anything other than your word?
No, Your Honor.
And even your word, ma'am, I just want to clear up, you're not telling me that you have any eyewitness evidence that you did not see firsthand her do this.
I heard her voice right outside my house, not in her yard or her driveway, outside my front door.
Okay. Well, I'm ready to rule here. Ms. Green, that's just not going to cut it. She could have indeed been outside around that time. That does not put an item in her hand that then creates the smiley face and the flowers that this courtroom saw into the driveway. You have not established causation from the defendant. You have not shown me, you can't even testify to me in open court under oath that you saw her do it, let alone corroborate that. Therefore, sorry about that, defendants. This seems to be quite a waste of y'all's time, but we certainly got to the heart of the matter. Plaintiff's case is dismissed, ma'am. You had no proof of what you alleged. Your claim is dismissed.
All rise.
Judge Eboni has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's case is dismissed.
I'm very proud of my daughter June for standing her grounds, that I raised my daughter right.
Any final thoughts?
Justice is truly blind.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
When they went out and had a good time, apparently they found some scooters around the block and they decided, or actually Eric didn't, Kevin decides that I want to ride a scooter because, you know, he's not allowed to.
Because he's not supposed to be riding one.
This is Equal Justice. Lee Patrick claims his son broke his arm on a motorized scooter and says his friend's father owes for the medical bill. Barry Given says he didn't give permission to his or the plaintiff's son to ride a scooter, and he isn't responsible.
See Lee Patrick here for my plaintiff, Barry Givens for the defendant. Mr. Givens, I see you've got a young witness with you, Eric Givens. This is your son, presumably?
Yes.
Okay, hi. Mr. Patrick, you are suing Mr. Givens here, I see, for $500. What brings you into court today?
I left my son in Barry's care, and during that time, he fractured his arm, and it ended up resulting in about $500 worth of deductible cost. So I'm seeking to recover that.
So tell me why you believe that Mr. Givens here is responsible for the medical expenses with your son's fracture.
So I get a call from the defendant, and he's like, your son's broken his arm.
Oh.
Took my son to the hospital. $500 later, I'm here, come to find out that he actually broke his arm on a scooter.
Okay.
Now, my son, he's 11. I know he's a bit older, but being on motorized rental scooters,
yes,
in my opinion, is just unsafe.
Before we move further, do you have a receipt or some type of proof of payment of the $500?
I do.
Okay, give your whole folder, please, to Elijah. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Okay, so I am looking at the urgent care medical bill, which is where you took him. Luckily, there was some insurance coverage, so you're only seeking the deductible of $500 to be reimbursed, which is what you paid. So I see here, I'm now looking at a very adorable photo of young Kevin here. Cute guy, but I do see he has the broken arm, as you indicated.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
To own a scooter and just to ride it around your neighborhood is okay.
Did you hear what I said? Did y'all hear what I said? Because I think the people in the courtroom heard what I said a little bit better than you did.
This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with a case of Lee Patrick, who brought Barry Givens to court over a scooter injury.
Now, you've also submitted into evidence, this is this terms of service age requirement. So the very first thing it says, y'all, just so you know, is that you must be 18 years or older to activate the scooter. Minors are strictly prohibited from riding. This is pretty cut and dry here. So let me come to you, Mr. Gibbons. So you didn't know they were riding the scooters?
No, they had no permission whatsoever.
And you've never known of Eric riding a scooter ever before?
Well, no, he does ride the scooter. I know that the app says not 18.
I was going to say, I'm sure you're not talking about the one that says you must be 18 years or older to ride. There's a reason that this is deemed so high risk, right? That the company that would carry the liability is prohibiting anybody that's under majority age from doing so. Go ahead.
That's true for a rental, but to own a scooter and just to ride it around your neighborhood is okay.
Did you hear what I said? Did y'all hear what I said? Because I think the people in the courtroom heard what I said a little bit better than you did.
He rides the scooter home and sometimes to school. So I figured the easiest way to do this is if he just rents one, so I put the app on his phone, he puts on the helmet, and then he can use it. Now, what happened in this case, when they went out and had a good time, apparently they found some scooters around the block, and they decided, or actually, Eric didn't, Kevin decides that I want to ride a scooter because, he's not allowed to.
Because he's not supposed to be riding one, to be candid, Mr.
Well, he
Gibbons.
is not even allowed to, but my cool son does.
Oh, so you're a cool dad.
Those are rumors on the block.
Allegedly.
Okay. You still let your son go over there?
Yeah, because I don't want to take away the friendship, but there are rules in place now.
But are you nervous? Are you apprehensive? Are you confident that your son's going to be safe in Mr. Gibbons' care?
This isn't about the money necessarily. It's about accountability, and that's what I really want him to understand.
But you are here asking for money. Yes
I am
or
here
no?
asking for money as a representation of taking accountability for the mistake that you made.
But you want to get paid, or don't you?
Absolutely.
Because if you don't, you absolutely can't go.
Judge Eboni's verdict when equal justice returns. This is Equal Justice.
So I probably would be ruling differently before I had my daughter. She's only 15 months. And before I had my daughter, I think I'm a little more thinking like you. They got to figure it out. They got to learn. They got to da-da-da. And some of that's true. But you start seeing how they develop, and maybe they're a big kid in some way, but I can just see he's presenting as inexperienced, young, and unknowing. And they don't know what they don't know because they can't know it yet. And again, when they get older, 14, 15, 16, I give you a lot of more leeway on this one, sir. But these boys are simply too young to be unsupervised with phone access that has the possibility even of accessing such a knowingly dangerous tool such as these electric scooters. So the court is going to find that you failed to uphold your duty of care as it relates to this man's son. The $500 he had to spend, thank God it wasn't worse damage, is going to be on you. The court rules in favor of the plaintiff. Full amount asked, $500.
Thank you.
All rise.
Judge Eboni has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $500.
Any final thoughts?
Just happy with the resolution that came by. And honestly, as a cool dad, V-neck 2025 is a crazy choice.
You win some, you lose some.
Okay. Judge has made her ruling. Please grab your belongings. Follow me.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.